Hey guys, what is up? I've been trying to redo this intro over and over again. I keep fumbling, but I am back with another episode of Sharpe. This one is episode 3 called Sharpe's Company, and overall, yeah, I really enjoyed last episode, especially with when Daniel Craig showed up as Barry. I think was his character's name. That was like a jump scare for me, like recognizing a lot of actors who I am familiar with, but like much younger, which is really cool. And overall, yeah, last episode was just great. So many iconic moments between the villains just being really evil, um, and obviously, I think that the standout of last episode was definitely Wellington's speech when they had lost the king's colors and whatnot. So overall, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing a lot more from this series. And you know, I just want to say I know I'm moving a bit slowly, like maybe like one episode a month and whatnot. Maybe even a bit slower than that. But, I just want to make sure people are definitely, for the most part, enjoying this and are actually, hopefully wanting to go on this journey with me. Um, so if you do, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. It would really help motivate me and really help out my channel a lot. And just to make sure that, this series is going well and I can continue going. Because if, like, no one I mean, I'll still watch it for sure, but like definitely probably in a much slower rate. Um, yeah, I don't really have much else to say other than I should really get into it. So I don't know where this series is going, but I think that's the part I really like about when I go into something and not knowing how things are gonna play out, because it makes it much more exciting and fun. So, yeah, I don't really have much else to say other than without any further ado, let's just get to it. Let's watch episode 3 of Sharpe, titled Sharpe's Company.
As man climbing man took us over those walls.
I warn you, we'll do no better before the fortress of Badajoz.
Colonel Lawford lost an arm, sir.
Colonel Orphan may well have the best of it, one arm or not, he's out of it.
That he is. And with him, any hope I had of promotion.
You see, Picton, my gallopers call him the Bare and Ragged Staff. Young Lawford's out of it, lost an arm. I need a new commander for the South Essex, General Picton. Have you a candidate in your Ragged Staff?
Heck yeah, who else but Sharpe? Yeah, I know Picton. When we were doing like the Waterloo movie reaction, Picton was the guy who was in like more casual attire with the top hat and stuff, while everyone else was in their soldier outfits. And I remember commenting, I was like, like he just showed up to a battle, like it's like the equivalent if I showed up with like a shirt and jeans, and then someone gave me a comment like, oh, something like what his like uniform was lost or stolen or something like that. But yeah, overall, I am interested in what Sharpe's goal is, because I said, like, what I found interesting last episode is that the first episode when Sharpe got promoted and then got, bunched up with his new squad, he didn't really seem happy about that promotion, and he didn't seem to like the newfound responsibility. And it wasn't last episode 2 with Sharpe's Eagles, that he suddenly has like this new perspective of he's trying to get the promotion, be captain, get the eagle, get the promotion. And I'm like, oh, that's like an interesting new development in terms of, I thought like the series would be him kind of being more of a reluctant, like, oh, I don't want to be like, I'm happy where I am, in a sense, being not too high up, but now it seems like that has changed as he kind of wants to keep being promoted. So there's definitely that like ambition now with him that I find interesting.
I've had the baby.
Oh, like pregnant?
A baby?
A daughter.
Mine?
Ours.
Oh wow.
Are you hungry?
What do we call her?
Antonia.
So that's really interesting. Now that they their dynamic moved a lot faster than I thought it would. Like I thought it was gonna be like a slow burn, but no. By the end of episode 1, they were like basically an item, and now it's just and now they're like have a kid. I'm like, dang. Where does it go from there? Like, huh. Alright, that's interesting. This show definitely keeps me on my toes, because, like, I just don't know what's happening. So, I really like that about this, and just, like, where the character arcs are going, because I think, like, they're gonna drag certain stuff out, like, maybe Sharpe winning the loyalty of his crew, or, like, that romance subplot, but, like, they usually get straight to the point, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you know, I mean that in a good way, because I'm like, just when I think I think I know how things are going, it doesn't. I have such a weird feeling of dread now. Like, I think it's from all the war videos I have seen on this channel, where when things are going really well, especially early on, something bad's gonna happen. I mean, like I said, I don't know where any of this is going, but things are going way too well, and I'm like, this show, I feel like, just from what I know of television, usually when things are going well, something like drama has to happen. To be fair, that's like real life too. Like when things are going well for me, something bad always happens out of nowhere. So like I think that's just my paranoid butt, like kind of like starting to worry, because I can't rest easy even when things are going well, because things are, like my head starts jumping to like, oh snap, something bad's gonna happen any minute now. So yeah, it definitely seems to kind of be reaching a high point, and all right, we'll see what this goes.
I am Matthew, sir, with a draft come from Lisbon. William, ensign the South Essex.
Yeah, that's like interesting, because that's a kid. You know what's funny? Well, I'm not sure this is actually funny. No, it's not. But what's an interesting fact is that when I was in middle school, we had like a World War II veteran, like come to our school and actually talk. And dude was like man, like he was old, but he was telling us. I mentioned that because I'm like, he's probably dead now. Like that was like 10, like almost like, yeah, like 11 or 10 years ago. So yeah, he's gone now. God rest his soul. But I remember him telling us a story about when he joined World War II, he had lied about his age, and he was like 15, and he had saw action. I think I forgot exactly where, but I remember him telling us that, and then him getting something about like, I think he had let out his identity slip, or like rather his age, and then he got chewed out by a higher up because of it. But that kind of things, like, yeah, people lying about their age, and basically kids, like 15 is a child still. You know, you're not an adult until you're like, yeah, at least in your 20s, like mid to late, I think. Even then, some people still call me a kid. I don't think you're really an adult actually until you're like at least 30 and have a job that you hate. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Just I kind of thought, I kind of got reminded of the guy seeing that really young actor. Looks like a kid. I don't know how old the actor is, but I'm like, dang, that's like a child, you know. Then I remember, oh yeah, children in war. Even like Napoleon was pretty famous. Like near the end, when he had to raise up conscripts, Napoleon had a bunch of teenagers in his army. So yeah, that just, sorry, that reminded me.
Sergeant Higgs.
Permission speak, sir. Oh, my word, what a surprise. Sharpe. Left face! Quick, march! You lay a finger on any of my men, Sergeant, and I'll bloody kill you.
Dang. Yeah, definitely a lot of history there, at least for like someone who Sharpe straight up hates, which we haven't seen so far. Like, granted, he's had people he's had to like come across, obviously, in these last two episodes that he didn't like, but this is like one where he's just off the bat super hostile, and you know, you can tell there's definitely history there, which I think they'll get to in this episode for sure. Oh, I don't like that.
Open your legs, ever
Oh
so
my
wide,
gosh.
and lie still as a teton.
Your mother was a pox-ridden sow, sold herself to a toad.
Mr. Sharpe, sir! Mr. Teresa, Mom.
Holy crap.
But he can't die. See his neck? They tried to hang him once and it didn't kill him. Out. Out!
Dang. I wonder what exactly went down. You know what I mean? Because there's definitely, like, so much, like, tension, and Sharpe's definitely on edge because of the, clearly something happened in the past. And yeah, already, I guess, Hakeswill is the name? I think I heard him. Or was it... And he also said Obadiah, but I'm not sure. Either way, I'll go with Hakeswill for now. Yeah, definitely he'll act like, kind of like he's falling in line, but then we see when he's kind of more or less on his own. Definitely a scumbag, kind of more giving off kind of like a snake, personality in that sense, so... Yeah, he probably did something really bad to Sharpe. I wonder, like, what? Enough to keep him rattled, just the sight of him is, like, triggering him, you get me? So... Yeah, probably gonna be the new antagonist of this episode. Because it seems like every episode so far, we've only watched two, but the first one was that random French captain. Last episode was, well, actually more of a trio, though I think Barry was the one who got killed because he kept escalating things. And it seems like Hakeswill will beat this one now. So there's if the trend continues, it seems like there's gonna be like a new antagonist for Sharpe to deal with, and it seems like Hakeswill is that for this episode.
Obadiah and a blackguardly officer called Morris once beat near to death a native Indian for sport, till I stopped him. They blamed me for it, and I was flogged.
Oh.
Watch him, Pat. He preys on the men. He'll snaffle kit, belts, frogs, haversacks, all entered up found lost by Obadiah, which leads to floggings lest he gets paid. Then wives. He beats men till the wives come to him, which I call rape. I've seen his like before. An evil man marching in a cloud of pipe clay. And because he kicks up salutes, obeys every officer, is bomb-proof to all but us, who's come up from the ranks who are smart to him.
Okay. So that explains it. Like, the dude's basically like a scumbag. Yeah, just another awful person.
What to do with me, sir?
I have yet to meet an officer who's come up by dint of whatever from the rank and file of the army who can find it possible to fit, as it were. That is, be one of us who fits.
I will ask to command the Forlorn Hope, sir, when we storm Baderhof.
Certain death?
Certain promotion, sir. It's the only way for me.
Okay, so... Yeah, it was last episode where Sharpe became captain, and now it seems like that constant struggle of him not fitting in among the higher-ups is something that just keeps popping its head, as it seems like that's no longer gonna happen, and considering how now he has his ambition to actually keep going up the ranks, this is probably a big a setback for him. Probably having to be brought back down to lieutenant. So
What are you doing here then?
We're off up to parallel trenches to digs.
He's a soldier, not a labourer. Chosen men do not do duty except under arms.
Well, I never, Lieutenant, sir.
You waste men. It's your pleasure. Where's your rifle, Hagman?
She's been taken from me, sir.
We're getting muskets, sir.
Orders.
Who gave such an order?
Captain Reimer, sir.
Dang. So, like, basically, with this new chain of command, wow, basically trying to get rid of the specialness of the unit, because the chosen men, obviously being rifle users, now gonna have to be assimilated to just being muskets and like everyone else. Which I guess, yeah, takes away kind of the point of the unit. You know, it's like it's like trying to get rid of snipers and like make them, you know, I don't know, pistol wielders or something, I guess.
Get me command of the Forlorn Hope, sir.
Only the general of the storming division can give that, and he will not. He will want one of his own first at the breach. Though why death is so sought after, I'm at a loss. Some actually recommend their offspring to it.
Death is not always certain, sir. Lost promotion is. I want a rank that can't be taken from me. If I am made up to captain for being first over the wall into Badehof, it stays. It cannot be more degraded, sir. They destroy my company.
It's not your company, Sharpe. Find other than...
I'm a soldier, sir, not a bloody clerk. I fetch, I forage, I count shovels, and I take punishment drills. It's yes, sir, no, sir, can I dig your latrine, sir? And it's not bloody soldiering.
It is bloody soldiering. What the hell do you think soldiering is? Just because you've been allowed to swan around like a bloody pirate for years.
Listen, sir. When they fling us up against those walls, you'll be glad there's some pirates in there, and not just bloody clerks.
But how to get there, Mr. Sharpe? Lists. And how to be noted you were there, lists. And what does he send home but lists of dead, dying, sick, honoured, and gazetted captain? Richard, your woman is inside those walls, and your child. Will you die without you see your daughter live?
And what is Teresa doing there? She didn't come out, and now she can't. You have word of her. Of course you do. You wouldn't let her out. She's spying for you in Wellington.
Is she? Then better not shout it. As to the Forlorn, I'll speak to Wellington. He'll say no, and he'll see to it none says yes.
Yeah, this ambition definitely is very interesting, and I think the line that really that caught my attention the most from that incredible scene was definitely the when he said, "I want a rank that no one can take from me." So yeah, as we see, Sharpe definitely wants to, you know, I guess be captain again, and though his idea of being higher up isn't much, it's in contrast to those around him, not only because he's not, you know, a gentleman as they say, but also there's a lot of this, like, definitely he's a soldier and hard, and I think what I mean that is that he likes the fight in terms of being in the thick of the fighting, the action, the, you know, being a true soldier, and he doesn't seem to like the whole, oh, I gotta make a list and do some of these more tedious, more, you know, less, glorious task. And I like the point he brought out, like that is also soldiering. Like, you know, it's not all just fighting and almost dying. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of structure in the military. There's ranks, there's, you know, conduct, and, you know, there's jobs like just keeping count of people or just building stuff. Like, it's not all 24/7 fighting. There's a lot of tasks that aren't as exciting in a sense. I think Sharpe definitely is more of let's get, at least that's the impression I'm getting. I apologize, I'm completely wrong about in my assessments, but he seems to have this idea of, you know, you need to be in the thick of the fighting, and even this upcoming siege, and he wants this position where he can be, like, I guess, one of the first to storm, which is a position everyone else is like, oh, that's certain death, but he wants it. And even though he's doing it for ambitious purposes, Sharpe does still seem like the kind of guy who still would do it, because, I don't know, that definitely much, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but yeah, I guess I'll just go with, like, he's a soldier. He has this idea of, like, even comparing himself to a pirate, in a sense, and not going with the ideas that his superiors or other guys have. So I don't know. I find that such an interesting idea, and that he wants to go up the ranks, but he also doesn't. There's some stuff in terms of going up that he probably would not like to do, but he still wants to go up nevertheless, almost as if he wants to try to do his own thing, maybe go up just so he can do his own thing. But again, he is so different from all these other higher ups, captains and people above him, that even if he goes up, he'll never fully fit in with them, and always be doomed to kind of, I guess, you know, butt heads with them, as it were. So, yeah, it is such a unique, how do you say, conflict with his character there.
He ain't an officer. I know Mr. Lieutenant Sharpe. Me and Sharpe is like that. And that is me on top. Come to show these lazy bastards how it's done, sir.
Carry on, Sergeant.
Oh my gosh.
What? Still alive, Sergeant? I do declare you're indestructible.
Will you take me with you if you get given command of the Forlorn Hope?
No.
Oh, do, Richard, sir. It would make my name.
The Forlorn Hope are dead men, the hour their names are called. First up the wall of the breach, first to die.
But it is glorious, is it not? And of use. But some don't die. If it is not of use, then why is it done?
Officer's baggage has been rifled with Sharpe.
Yeah, so they just straight up got robbed. Wow.
Oh, damn Harper.
Oh. Oh.
Be flogged raw.
Oh, dang. Okay, I see. I just pieced it together now. Okay, so Hakeswell's the one who started stealing stuff and is now planning it to try to get, like, Harper and oh wow. Well, like I said, like a real kind of snake, you know. Holy crap.
Where, you scum, did you toss the portrait of my wife?
That is so messed up. Holy crap. Yeah, what a wow. You know, this show it is amazing that the villains that this show keeps managing to make, you know. Yeah, they have really good at just making, like, some of the most vile characters.
If you get the Forlorn Hope, will you ask for me?
If I get it, you'll come.
Hakeswell did the thieving.
I know.
How many lashes did you get?
200.
Holy crap.
94. 95. 100 and all stand, sir.
You all right?
Jeez, it hurts like hell. I couldn't have taken much more.
Yeah, I've also really enjoyed seeing the relationship between Harper and Sharpe. It makes sense that Harper was kind of like the de facto leader before Sharpe shows up, and like, from their rough beginning in episode 1 all the way to here, I've just enjoyed that they're just homies now. They're just cool. No beef, no drama. Like, just respect, and like, even Harper has just kind of settled into trying to be Sharpe's like number 2, second in command in a sense. So I don't know. Also just really like Harper. I find him like he probably gets the most laughs out of me, and just is a probably the probably one of my favorite characters. In these of the group, though, he's the one who's had the most development from the other, chosen men. So it does make sense. But yeah, definitely like probably my favorite of the bunch for now.
Well, might I purchase into the rifles?
You might. Have you the money?
Oh, I have. My family have. We're very rich. I'm a Viscount, really. That's the thing, do you see?
Then do so, William. When you're grown up.
For the sake of my daughter, I must gain rank so that she may be well placed. A forlorn hope is a chance, and I will take it. Though by taking it, I may die before I ever see her face.
Alright, I like that motive. That definitely having we kind of established last episode that Sharpe was becoming more ambitious, but I like that now his ambition definitely isn't just for him. It's this desire to, because now that he, has a daughter, he wants to rise up into a place kind of, I guess, for her benefit, definitely thinking of his kid, and I guess really wanting to prove himself. So, because we kind of established that Sharpe didn't have a good upbringing, we were told of his backstory. I forgot if it was last episode or the one before, but I guess a desire that, he can help his kid in any way, shape, or form shows that, yeah, his ambition and his motives now are just very much more, I'd say, like, very family oriented, and he's really fighting against the system. Like, people buy their rings, people either due to like noble birth or just being rich, and he doesn't have that. So he really needs to prove himself, and it basically a very good underdog story, which is a theme that I do appreciate in this show. This constant theme of Sharpe having to overcome the odds to keep proving himself through merit, because merit is all he has.
Si él desea desertar para unirse a los ingleses, ayudaremos. Tenemos que entregarles esto. Quizás así se darán cuenta que no todos estamos de parte de los franceses y que arriesgamos nuestras vidas al mandárselo. Voulez-me rendre service, n'est-ce pas?
Pique-moi.
Can you tell me what we do, sir? For I am all at sea, all at sea.
Always know, William. How you find out is your own affair. Our duty is to provide picket guard through the night, outlying patrols and sentries. Prevent them surprising us. Though they hardly would. You better get back to that Porsche you've deserted.
Oh, no, how will I learn? Is it dangerous?
Every duty is dangerous, William. As you will find out.
Yeah, so William's an interesting character. Seems to really gravitate towards Sharpe, because I think in some way he also wants to be of use, wants to, kind of, I guess in his youth, achieve a kind of glory as well, which makes sense, because, when you're young like that, and then you have this idea of war, I think almost like Sharpe, like being in the midst of the fighting and winning these epic battles and, killing your enemies. And, definitely there's that eagerness, which I think is what, and I think Sharpe also kind of, not as naively, but is someone who, like I mentioned before, is a soldier. So, it does come across that, like, William would gravitate towards it because, like, wow, you're kind of awesome, Sharpe. You've been through, the thick of it, as it were. So let me try to kind of be around you and I guess like learn from you in a sense. And I guess Sharpe's kind of being a mentor in that regard. So that's a really interesting dynamic going on there.
Go back, Mr. Matthews!
Oh. Oh, holy crap. Oh.
He shot you. He shot.
Wow. Damn. Okay, that caught me off guard. I did not. There's so far there's been like I mean, granted, we've only been like 3 episodes in, but like last episode and then this one, just like people I did not expect to kick the bucket, keep kicking the bucket. Dang, dude. Yo, that's tragic. Sorry, that caught me off guard.
Teresa writes to you. You may read it, and on your honor swear that you'll tell me if it contains anything I should know.
You must not fear for me, but only to be with me. And live, Richard. Live.
So did everyone see that Hakeswell shot the... At least Harbour, like, immediately noticed that Hakeswell took the shot that killed, William. Did no one else see it? Because, like, I feel like at this point he should, like, something should happen to him, right? I don't know what the penalties were for shooting someone, especially, I guess... William seemed like he was kind of a bit higher up due to his wealth and family, so surely that would, like, be a cause for some type of severe, repercussions to be taken, right? Oh. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, it's like Russian roulette.
You say you can't be killed, Sergeant Hakeswell. Come with me, me lads, for I cannot die. I'm going to live forever, for they tried to hang me once, but did not do it. Almost believe it. Except in the case of someone you tried to kill, Sergeant Hakeswell, and did not do it. I wonder who that might be, Sergeant.
Wow.
He's been there. You have Sharpe, haven't you?
You know, I'm a little embarrassed to admit this. It took me a while to recognize that guy's Wellington. Yeah, the actor changed, but I caught on. I was like, but I'll admit, I'm a little embarrassed right now. It took me a bit. Like, when shows kind of do that and change actors. Yeah, definitely. I'll miss the last actor who played Wellington. I think he really nailed the stern, the sternness, definitely, but, yeah, it happens in shows, like, recastings and stuff. Another character who I miss is like Brian Cox's character. He hasn't like appeared, so yeah, but oh well. You know what they say, the show must go on, right?
You may not be given the forlorn hope. I shall not countenance it, no.
Dang, just like that. This whole episode's been like, man, I need to get that position, and then Wellington just straight up said no. Yeah, that promotion that he's seeking, and again, his reasons, he wants to, obviously for his family, and also I guess just to try to get back his rifles. But again, Sharpe is constantly having to keep tangoing with, you know, basically bureaucracy. And just like, man.
Sergeant Harper.
Yeah, it is so weird not seeing them in their all in the green, you know what I mean? It definitely looks weird. And I think that's kind of the point, right? Because yeah, they've kind of been reduced from their rifles and their what made them unique, and now just kind of thrown in with muskets and stuff.
I may die. Protect her if you can, and I can't.
Oh, I shall, Richard. That you can trust me. You can rely on me and all the rifles.
She's in a house by the cathedral. 2 orange trees, she rides me. That is all I can tell you to find her. She drew me a map, but I don't have it any longer.
Oh crap, yeah, Hakes will hurt all that. This guy, he's freaking everywhere. I just had an awful thought that he's gonna try to mess with Sharpe's family. Holy crap. And of course, I think he stole the map for that Sharpe had, right?
Will you let my men die as rifles? In green jackets, they will serve you just as well. They are proud men. You have need of proud men. And they will not fail you, nor Captain Rymer, sir.
I know they will not, Sharpe. As I know you will not. Let them wear the green jackets that mean so much to them.
Thank you, sir.
I'll say I am pretty impressed with the artillery usage in this episode in terms of action. You know, between the cannons recoiling. Though I will say, I think, like, real cannons were a bit different, because, like, when this hits, it explodes, right? I think cannons were different in the Napoleonic era, and that the cannonball wouldn't explode, per se. I could be wrong. But, like, instead it bounced, and then would hit someone. So instead of, like what we think of, like, a bomb, where, like, it shoots us and we blow into a million pieces, this, how it was actually, it was this cannonball would be shot really hard, and it would even ricochet. I heard accounts where it, like, hit the ground and bounced up and hit someone. I think that's how Marshall Lands died. He was, like, sitting down, and then, like, a random cannonball went and just hit him in the legs, which I think is even more terrifying than if it just blew up. Like, if it just hit me and blew up, that's one thing, but, like, if it bounced, ricocheted, and then just basically tore me apart, like, through fast speed, and then, you know, I think that would be more terrifying in a sense. So, yeah. Dang. So many characters that were introduced are just all dying. Like I said, I'm really impressed with this, like, the way they depicted the siege in this episode, between the barrages, the artillery, and even this. Like, it really, it does look really cinematic, so I feel like definitely just, you know, the depiction of the sieges are incredibly... This might be, like, really the first we've gotten so far, at least in this scale, so it's really well done, actually. I have to give it props. Like, it looks, like, really cool.
Captain Rymer! Mr. Sharpe, hear me! It's yours! Your company!
Yeah, so now Sharpe technically is back in control, right? Because that other guy, or Ryan, yeah, I forgot. I couldn't say his name, but point is, now that unfortunately he passed away, I guess Sharpe is now back to being in charge. I'm guessing he's gonna want to storm it because again, his you know, his family's in there.
Tell them to reform and storm again. Yes, my lord. We're in! By the living God, we're in.
We're in. Your lady, sir. Miss Teresa.
Who's that? Richard?
No! It's me, Harry Price. Richard said who got to you first and look after you, see? It's me!
Oh.
Where's Richard?
Che passa? Come sa tre? Sergeant Hankswell, I don't mean to spoil your fun, but the lady is not... Begging your pardon, sir.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, holy crap. Dang, the amount of characters who have just died this one episode is insane to me. Wow. Oh.
Darling, please, look. This your law, Sharpe? Wanna watch? Don't touch that! That's your mother, Obadiah. Look at that. He talks to her all the time.
It's your mummy, Obadiah.
Oh. Wow. Dang, dude. Hakeswell is like I said, I like how the various villains are kind of portrayed. Like I said, the first episode was, you know, like I said, the French, what was it? He was a corporal, right? I keep forgetting the rank, but a very competent French, you know, officer who kept showing up and like wreaking havoc. Last episode was that trio, you know, and then basically higher ups that Sharpe has to deal with. And in this episode, like, Hakeswell is just a smarmy snake who's just like deplorable. He's like a coward and sort of pathetic, but like also very, you know, he has like low cunning, as it were. Like, I don't know, I kind of like the variety of antagonists that Sharpe has had to deal with. I keep saying this, but we're still so early in the series. This is only episode 3. We have, like, so much more to go. There's 14 in total. And I just keep thinking, like, man, it keeps upping the ante of things, like, what I don't expect happening. And I'm like, how can this keep being sustained until the very end? But yeah, I could see why this show is highly praised. Like, the more episodes, as we're kind of making our way, I can be like, yeah, I can see why Sharpe is, you know, great. Because even this episode's like, holy crap, like, a few times, even more than the previous episodes, I'm like, kind of keep getting caught off guard. And Hakeswell's not dead yet. Like, again, he has that reputation of not dying easily. So he might, I don't know, I'm almost wondering if he's going to be an antagonist that carries over and kind of ends the trend of antagonists dying that's been already established for the first 2 episodes. So yeah. Oh my goodness. Man. He's just the worst, man. Keeps going, holy crap.
You have my light company, Sharpe. Do you want it?
I do, sir.
Overall, that was a great episode. My goodness, like, so many characters died, like Clayton and his wife murdered, Price, just William, like, a lot of characters were introduced and just murdered and, like, killed off, which, like, in, um, all at once, it's like, holy crap, like, it really does create the sense, like, yeah, no one's safe, which I really like, you know, when the show feels like that. And, again, like, you know, I think Hakeswell might be my favorite villain so far, because he's still, he is so, there's a lot of character, he's so vile and, like, snakish and insane, but it's like, he makes a great villain, like, so far, he might be, like, the best villain that's been introduced, and, yeah, overall, just another great episode, man, and I I still don't know where this is all heading, and I really look forward to continuing this series, which I am planning to do, and dang, dude. There's definitely is, like, a weird sense of something's gonna happen, like, definitely Sharpe is still battling with I guess, the war politics of it all, trying to get up, rise higher, and seems to just keep having that issue. But, you know, at least he has a family, which, again, a part of me worries because of how people drop like flies in this series. I'm a bit worried for that. But overall, yeah, another great episode, and, hopefully I'll get to the next one soon. Bye, everyone.